Now into his fourth season, Gold Coast son Noah Anderson has been a consistent presence for the AFL's second youngest team.
And he nails it!
In this special extra edition of Access All Areas, brought to you by Crypto.com, Anderson shares his thoughts on debuting in the COVID years and dealing with the scrutiny and the weight of expectations that is part of life as a top draft pick.
How big a moment is that going to be for the Suns and Noah Anderson?
Noah, thanks for your time on AFL.com.au.
No worries, thanks for having me.
I know it's a touch wood moment sometimes as a footballer when you talk about a good run with the health and the fitness, but you have been amazingly durable in your short time in the game.
Well, I think, in terms of my development on field, I think it's been really helpful to be able to play consistent AFL footy and be surrounded by really good people at the club. People who've had injuries in their young career, like people like Rowell and Kingy, have learnt lessons that I'm yet to learn, but I guess you just take what you get, and I feel like I've been pretty happy with the run I've had.
How are you coping with senior footy?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I feel like I've learned along the way how to prepare my body and how to recover pretty well. Obviously, living on the Gold Coast, it's a pretty good place to do recovery, just head to the beach and really switch off mentally as well, which probably helps with that. But I've kind of just tried different things. Some things I haven't liked, but then some things you kind of stick with.
Noah Anderson, the future of the Gold Coast Suns, for the greatest victory in Gold Coast history. He kicks straight!
What?
Straight into football folklore! One of the greatest comebacks you'll ever see.
The COVID year that obviously descended upon the world and happened to be your first year in footy. Again, when you look back and reflect, awkward way to start your AFL career.
Oh, I don't know. I'm almost say it as like a perfect introduction in terms of, for a younger fella coming in, extended pre-season, another 8 weeks to train with AFL players, shortened quarters. I kind of saw having shorter breaks between games an advantage on a younger body.
There you go, yeah.
And then obviously a shorter season, And obviously I didn't have to travel that much because the hub was in Queensland. So I thought I actually had a pretty good run in terms of a little introduction. Obviously no crowds as well. Played my first game against Port Adelaide in front of no one. So it was unique, but I didn't know any different. Yeah, it was pretty easy to roll with it.
Dave, I've got no one near me.
You've been conditioned, weren't you, even before you played a game of footy, to headlines and a profile, given the schooling you had and the talk leading into that particular draft. Has that been something you've embraced and are still evolving with?
You just accept it, no point trying to hide from it or anything like that. I just accept that it's been there a little bit, like you said, through junior footy and stuff like that, and playing with Rowell in that, I guess, unique situation of us being drafted to the same club. But I feel like up on the Gold Coast, it's quite unique and you're kind of hidden away from the media spotlight that you might see in Melbourne. So I really love living up there, and I find that a real positive, yeah.
How special is it when you can do what you're doing with your best mate?
Yeah, it's so special. I probably take it for granted a little bit, but some days you kind of remember how lucky you are. Obviously, going through school, predicted to be top picks, so we never really thought we'd ever play together at AFL level. To give him the opportunity to play together for as long as we want, really. Yeah. So it's pretty special.
I can see the face light up when you talk about him.
Yeah. I just wouldn't like playing against him either. So
okay. Yeah.
Rather play with him.
Was left behind. Rowell the bull feeds it to Anderson. So the usual suspects. Anderson has a bounce.
And without wanting to try and get a headline out of what I ask here with the finals, but you need to make finals at some stage, don't you?
Yeah.
You obviously know that. Do you look at it this year being a necessity for that, or is it still part of that evolution as you refer?
Yeah, good question. I think earlier in the year it was probably I reckon individually and as a club we were probably thinking about it more than usual, just because of what the outside world was saying about how we probably needed to play finals. But we identified that early in the year, and the cliche is week to week, but the better we play is the mindset that we have to go week to week and focus on 1 week at a time, which sounds so cliche, but it has to be done. And
Dust. Yeah, hook.
You are humming around.
Gotta get the sweat out.
Hey, good.
And it must be hard for Took at the moment, as we speak anyway, to be not part of what's going on, and yet maybe the club's benefiting in the bigger picture without needing to rely on him. Is that a fair take? And how's he going?
He's going really well. Obviously, he's flat that he can't play, but he's still really connected to the group, and probably especially the midfield group. He's pretty in tune with letting us know the opposition we're playing and the individuals we're playing, so he's very much still connected. I think it's fair to say that there's players who've probably had a little bit more time to develop in that midfield position, like Bailey Humphries and Alex Davies, who probably wouldn't have had the minutes in there if Touk was still playing, but I think that's probably to the betterment of the group. We're such a good outfit when Touk's out there with us, and I can't wait to have him back.
No, I told the man, mate, do it again and you're off. Off? What do you mean?
Really appreciate your time today, Noah, on afl.com.au, and I can feel the excitement you've got being part of it and a key part of what is a club that you believe is on the right track.
Thanks, Damian. Appreciate it.